Okay, this is day 21, eating on the starch solution, and that's 3 weeks. And today was a pretty good day. I woke up, had my fresh fruit, I had my little carrot muffin, whatever it is, tasty little carrot piece, and maybe I had a whole one. Might have had, yeah, I had two little pieces, which is about that big. And I don't have any oats in the house, and I don't have a car. So it's like I'm just going along with what I've got in terms of food, and I've got plenty of food. And I had a lot of tasks to do today, especially sitting on the computer. So as the day wore on, I had a couple of three fritters. Those fritters are great. The zucchini fritters, I pop them in the oven. They are made with egg, just still making them with egg. It's just so easy. And but they're a great snack. They're like fast food, healthy fast food. Had that, and then I guess it was like for dinner, or no, it wasn't dinner. It was like a late, my late meal in the afternoon. I wanted to have some cauliflower, and that's fresh cauliflower. The first I've tasted it out of the garden. Big head, little brown on the top, but underneath it's pure white. I think it got a little sunburn, and it clipped off a few flowerets. And before that, I made my cheesy sauce. And I found somebody to give that wedge of English cheddar to. My friend who has problems keeping her weight up. So that's a really good person to give it to, because that's somebody who really can enjoy it, and needs it. So, but I made the cheesy sauce. I boiled the potato, the carrots. I had enough nutritional yeast. I didn't have a lot, but I had enough to make the cheese sauce. What else went in there? Oh, a little lemon, some spices, and then a little water from the vegetables. And it's really creamy. And I put it on the cauliflower. I steamed the cauliflower. I had a handful of green beans that had been banging around in the refrigerator. They weren't even in a plastic bag. They just were kind of loose. So I gathered them all together, chopped them up, steamed them, had the cheese sauce, put just a little hot sauce on there. I didn't have any sriracha because there's a sriracha shortage right now, because there's like a hot pepper shortage or something, and they're behind schedule making stuff. I watched YouTube on it because Gary's a big fan of sriracha, and I like it too. But I had this kind of ersatz hot sauce, just a few little dollops on there, and it was so good and totally legal. That was a totally legal meal. In the afternoon, I had a couple of my fudgy brownies, legal brownies, a couple little pieces. And then for dinner, I had, I didn't want anything heavy. And I thought, well, let me just have a little rice and ginger and rice, ginger, chop up a carrot, put a little soy sauce on there, a little wasabi. So it was kind of like a little sushi bowl. And then did my composting tonight. Took all my peelings out to the compost heap, put them on there, and that was really good. The composting is going tremendously. But when I came in, I was thinking, I should have some of that spaghetti that I had left over. So as the night wore on, I was doing this and that. Sorry, I was working on zucchini fritters. I heated up some of the spaghetti that was left over. I had some of my fresh garden marinara sauce. I had a few little broccoli florets that I steamed. And they just made it really good. And there weren't many, but I'm glad I didn't waste them. That's my real goal, is to just take advantage of all this food and not to let it go to waste. And so tonight I did like 2 big zucchinis full of fritters. They're in the oven right now. I have another like 15 minutes, or actually more like a half an hour. They take a long time to cook. And tonight I took a couple of fritters when they were coming out of the oven. And I didn't weigh in this morning. I got distracted, and I didn't exercise. I didn't walk anywhere. Sitting at my desk, 'cause that's not good. And I had some impulses to like eat just to eat. And that's never good. That's not like a good sign. Like one of the things I'm trying to do is to get away from eating as an action, something to do even when I'm not hungry. So when I kind of feel myself like, oh, let me have this to eat, let me have that to eat, and I'm not hungry. It's just something to do. Um, yeah, so there was a little bit of that going on today. So I was stuck at my computer. And eating is like the thing that I do when I'm at the computer. That and drinking kombucha. I had a lot of kombucha. Still have some left. I was going to make a thing of kombucha, like the sweet tea for kombucha, but I don't have any bottled water. And I like to use bottled water, and I won't be able to get it till I get my car. So that's going to be put on hold for a little bit. But other than that, it was a good day. Day 21, 3 weeks. 3 weeks is not that long of a time, And I was talking to my friend, the one who's very thin, and relaying to her the fact that the chances of a person taking weight off and keeping it off is not very high, and that it takes full attention to do it. And I really want to beat the odds. That's one of the reasons I do this, I write down my experiences during the day regarding food, because it's a big issue for me, and it's, in order to do something that's out of the ordinary, you kind of have to do out of the ordinary things. So that's what I'm trying to do at the 3-week mark in August of 2022.